Hello there, hello. It's Jen Stiles here, spiritual teacher, helping you to connect to the wisdom of your spirit guides and helping you or your loved one pass over from this life to the next as part of your end of life soul transition. So here we are with our final episode of End of Life Soul Transition, My Journey with Dad. This is the last episode, and this one is about that final moment. And when I say that final moment may go on for a few days. But basically, what happens? Well, actually, there are two things that could happen. And it depends on what I am advised to do by Spirit, or what actually appears to me. So in the case of my dad, because that's what we're talking about my daddy and his end of life, I had relieved the night sitter. I had gone down, the night sitter had gone, and Dad was still asleep, and I was sat in the chair looking at him. And I was kind of looking and not really thinking. It was 7 o'clock in the morning, and he'd been up a few times in the night that I'd had to go and kind of look out for him. And so I was a bit sleepy, a bit tired. And then I kind of realised that there was this most beautiful, amazing, oh gosh, only I had the words to explain how amazing this portal that opened up in the ceiling, how amazing that was. If I could, really explain that to you. I think probably the easiest way, let's just move the camera a little bit. If you have a look at the picture that's behind me, and if we kind of remove, let's see if I can do it with this hand, remove the lady, you can see the swirly bit. So it was similar to that, but not quite like that. And like I said, I was lying back in the chair like this, and it just opened up. And I can remember going, oh, wow. And then immediately it was followed by, oh, shit. And that was because I knew what that then meant. So previously I had been primed by my spirit guides that, first diagnosis, I was told that I would be taking Dad from his physical body up onto the astral plane. They'd already told me that. They'd shown me how I was going to do it. And then I asked to forget about it. Please don't keep reminding me that that's what I'm going to do, because that then would, put a dampener on all the memories that we created, the reasons why we created this beautiful hand sculpture, mine and his hand together. So I asked to forget about that. But probably for 2 months prior, my guides had been knocking on the door, waking me, getting me to wake up when the time would be ready. And so we had to ask the carers, if you're coming upstairs, if you need us, please put the light on, so that if we get the knock on the door like that, then we'll know whether it's you requiring our help or whether it's like spirit just testing. So we'd had the portal opened. That opened on their it was their 50th wedding anniversary, my mum and dad's 50th wedding anniversary. So this portal opened up in the morning. We were having a family gathering, me and my brothers and partners and grandkids were coming. So it was like, oh crap, you know, and I knew what that meant then, that seeing this portal meant, and Dad could see it too, it meant that he was ready to go. And yeah, that was a very strange day. My mum couldn't see the portal, but she could feel it. When she was in her bedroom, which was right above, she could feel it, but she couldn't see it. So she knew something was kind of going on. She said, I could see all these people wandering about in my room and I could feel them, but it wasn't quite, she couldn't see the portal that was on the ceiling. So what might happen for you or for your loved one is that portal might open up of its own accord, or I might get the nudge that says, right, it's time now, you need to do it because this spirit doesn't have enough energy. You haven't been with them long enough. They're just too tired. I think we'll use the term too tired to create that portal themselves. And obviously with my dad, I've got that existing connection, 40 odd years of being his daughter. So we've got that energetic connection. Whereas with those that I've assisted, we don't have that, decades of connection. So I get the nudge to say, right, you need to open the portal up for them. So that happens, that gets done. And then we kind of wait. We wait until I get the nudge that says, right, it's time now for you to start the process. So with Dad, the portal opens up on the Saturday on their wedding anniversary, and the nudge that I got was it was about 1 o'clock on the Monday morning, and he eventually made successful transition from his physical body up onto the astral plane to his spirit guides to meet his guardian angel at 4:20 on the Monday morning. Can't tell you a lot about what happened in the middle, mainly because I wasn't really here. I remember placing my hands on his head and taking my hands off his head. I remember looking at the clock when I kind of put them on and then taking them off when we'd done it, when it had finished. And that was at about, say, 4:20. The clocks in my mum and dad's house were never entirely accurate, so I say about that time. So for you guys, if I was helping you, then that would kind of be it. That would be where my service ended. For me, end of life means when the soul leaves the body, not the medical term of last breath. So obviously with my dad, I stayed with his physical body until his last breath. I haven't previously done that for other people. If you are somebody who's on their own, you don't have any family, then I'm happy to honour that, for you and stay with you until you do make that final breath and look after your physical vessel. So some of the things to be mindful of when somebody is at end stage and the portal has opened is to be in a position where you give with no expectation of receiving anything. That's really important because they can't give you anything. There is nothing for them to give you. They can't give you reassurance. They can't give you love, because their whole energy, everything, their whole being is focused on leaving. It's focused on going. So using the terms, if you loved me, you'd do this, or, you know, smile for me because you love me. That's not, they're not in a position to be able to give to you because they're already, you know, leaving. So that's just something to be really, really mindful of, that anything you do for somebody once that portal has opened is done with the expectation of not receiving anything in return. Give that love, give those cuddles, give those hugs, keep them clean and tidy and warm and all of that, but don't expect anything to come back in return, because their whole focus is on safe passage from this physical vessel through to the other side. And yeah, that's kind of it. That we've come to the end of our journey on end of life soul transition, and me telling you what happened with my dad. So usually it takes 24 to 36 hours from when the soul has passed for the body to pass, the last breath to occur. There are exceptions to that, and it can take a bit longer for last breath to occur. But the portal will always open up at the right time. I will always receive the nudge at the right time, and the soul will not go until that time is ready. So be reassured on that. If you do have any questions that you want to ask, I'm sorry I don't have a particularly good memory of each time that I've helped somebody pass, but because I'm not physically in my body and I'm busy I'm busy doing other stuff, it's kind of hard to remember. I remember point of entry and I remember point of exit, and I don't remember much in the middle, other than most times it takes 3 to 4 hours for the soul to actually leave safely and gently. So that's it from me on our end of life soul transition. I hope that you have enjoyed my journey with Dad. I hope you've enjoyed my waffling, because I like doing that. And one thing that I can thoroughly recommend that you do with anybody that you love is to create these beautiful memories of something that you can hold, something that you know is you know, and the person that you love, that you can just, you know, place your hand on, and you know you've got that connection. So I shall leave you now, and thank you for coming on this journey with me. I hope it's been useful to you, and if you do have any questions, then please do ask away. There is no such thing as a silly question, only silly answers. I will see you all again soon. Until then, take care, look after yourselves, and bye for now.